This is the FIFINE FIFINE D6 stream controller. Let's open it together, see what's inside, and see how it works. And before I get into that, I quickly want to talk about the FIFINE AM8 microphone. I have been a huge fan of FIFINE microphones since I started streaming, and I've been streaming for over 3 years now. And I can honestly say they've got good microphones for good prices if you are trying to get started on a budget. This one specifically, which is the AM8, is one of my favorites. It has such good quality, such good noise control. It really picks up your voice really well and clearly, and you are getting such a good device for the amount of money you're paying. I don't think there is another microphone in this price range that you will get that is up to speed in terms of the quality that you get overall. And so I've been a really huge fan of the microphone. I've even got the boom arm, which I'm a huge fan of because it's one of the ones where you can actually just conceal your entire cable in it from where it comes up to the desk up until where it plugs into the microphone. And I think that is so handy if you are someone like me who films a lot with their setup and you like to keep all of your cables and wires neat. That's definitely a go-to add-on. So yeah, let's get into the D6 stream controller. Okay, so starting us off, you are going to want to select your device. And in my case, that is this one. Make sure that it is on the device so that it can show as connected over here. And then I've just created a third scene so we can start from scratch and I can show you exactly what it needs to look like. So let me bring my webcam up now that I've shown you where to select your device. Cool. So first things first, you are going to want to know where you can access all of the different plugins that will allow you to integrate your software to your stream controller. So the top left here, you've got a store. And the store is pretty cool. You can discover all of FIFINE's tech. You can access all of the plugins, which is where we're going to start right now. And these plugins is what you are going to use to integrate all of the software that you want to use with your stream controller. And I believe they've just kept adding to this since it came out. And so I think they're going to just keep doing that as well. So we've already got a lot to play with right now. And I'm sure there's just going to be more added in the future. You've also got a section for icons. I love this because there's a few either community created or readily available icon sets that you can use. And this is if you don't want to create them yourself, but you can install this and then use it as is to customize your icons on your stream controller. And then there's some tutorials here. If you don't know where to start, if you don't know what to do, this is where you go. Okay, so plugins. This is where you're going to want to go to check what software you can integrate with your D6 stream controller. So there's quite a bit available here. So I use things like VoiceMod, YouTube, OBS. There's also Discord and Spotify here, which I'll show you in a second. There's YouTube music as well. So there's quite a few things, as you can see, already available. What you're going to do is as soon as you find one that you want to integrate, you're going to click install and it will immediately be available to use. So we'll exit here. Once you've installed all the plugins that you want to use, they'll become available on the right-hand panel here as options for your stream controller. So let's start with OBS Studio. This is something that I've always wanted to integrate into my stream setup because it's not difficult, but it's such a hassle when you're playing a game to have to click out of the game and switch scenes if something is happening on stream and you need to quickly just switch it up. But there's lots of options that you can use here, but one of my favorites is the scene selection. So when you are doing this, make sure your OBS is also open so that it picks up the OBS and you can go through the different scenes that are available. So basically, I would want to be able to switch to each scene available to me when I'm using my stream controller during stream. And so I'm going to add the just chatting scene first. We're going to add another one, which will allow us to go to our gaming scene. Another one, which will allow us to go to our display scene. And obviously, these are all my scenes that I've created, so you might have different names. We'll add another one to go to the Be Right Back scene. And we'll add another one to go to the ending soon scene. Okay. So this one's very easy. You just have to make sure your OBS is open and then this will appear. Obviously, we want to make this look pretty. If you're someone like me, you want everything to be themed according to your stream setup or your gaming setup. And so I like to make this look themed. Like I showed you guys earlier on, there's an icon library that you can use and download some pre-made things. For now, I'm using that. I've not dived into creating my own, which I'm definitely going to do. But for now, I'm using the icon library. If you have your own files you've designed to use as icons, you can go to select local file and you'll be able to choose from any files that you have on your desktop. Another option that I think is pretty cool, I haven't used this one myself yet, but you can use the screen capture option in order to look at what's on your screen and choose different segments of it. So if you want to take an image and just take different segments of that and create your icons from that, you can do that as well. So for example, if I really love my solo leveling wallpaper, why wouldn't I? I can just come on here and grab different sections from it, and it will all be a nice purplish theme to it. But I can take different segments so that they all still look a little bit different, but it has a nice solo leveling theme. So that's something you can do. For right now, I've been using the icon library because I found these beautiful ones that actually go really well with my setup. I'm into the like neon purples, pinks, blues. And so we're going to use this for now. I've just been using the screens for all of my scenes, so that would be what we use. And I'm going to title this JC so that it replaces the text up here for my just chatting scene. And then we'll do the same here. For the gaming one, I'm going to choose the purple screen this time, and we're going to name this game. I like to make it capital letters also so that everything just looks uniform up here. Yeah, and then we'll do the same for everything else. So onto the more trickier ones. For some of the apps you're going to use like Discord and Streamlabs, you are going to have to connect it via your client ID and secret code. So if I show you, for example, how we add this mute button here, you are going to see it's going to ask you to set it up and authorize it. So we're going to open up this link. And this link, you're going to start a new application. In my case, I've done it already and I've called it D6, and it's going to ask you for a bunch of information to input so that you can save this and get it approved, right? Once it's approved, you are going to go to authorize here on the left panel, and you are going to see all of the client information that you need to insert. You'll get your client ID and your secret as well. This is what you are going to use to insert into your stream controller so that you can request authorization. The important thing is you are going to need a redirect URI, and you can get that by going to the tutorial here, or this is at least how I've done it. I went through all of the tutorial images that they've got here, and I saw the redirect URI included here for Discord. Use that and everything was set up all good. And then you just got to make sure your Discord is open so that you can utilize this when you are ready. Request authorization. And you'll get an interface here to say authorization successful. Then as long as your Discord is open, you'll be able to mute and deafen as much as you want to. There's other things on the right hand side, as you can see, that you can do, but these would be my main two things that I would be doing through Discord. Then Streamlabs is going to work quite similarly in that you are going to add your icon that you're wanting, and it's going to show up here with a link to go to the Streamlabs developer dashboard, where you are also going to add an app, add all the information in there, describe what the app is used for, and then submit for approval. As soon as it's submitted for approval, you'll see that it's in testing, and you'll be able to grab your client ID and your client secret from there and connect the two. What you are going to want to make sure you do is there's going to be the redirect URIs here at the bottom, and it'll tell you exactly which ones to use. There's 2 of them. And that'll get you set up really well. So for each item that you need to connect, it's quite straightforward. You just have to make sure you are clicking the links that's provided in this app to make sure you know exactly what to do and you've got all the information that you need. There's also lots of tutorials available in this app itself. So if you are lost about anything, then you can just go into here and figure out how we do that. See, they've really thought of a lot of things to help make this a little bit more seamless for you as a first-time user. And now that I know how to do it, it feels so easy. So now that I've shown you how to do that, I'm going to go back to my scene 1, which is my default scene, and show you how it all looks together. I'm actually so happy with how this came out, just using the default icons that are available. So this is my finished setup. I've got a couple of voice mod icons, Streamlabs, RGB. I've got a couple of OBS scene transitions. So I'm very excited about this. And this is how it turned out. I think it's looking very pretty. So obviously you are going to see exactly what this icons look like on screen right now is going to be exactly what it looks like on your device as well. So that is it for the tutorial part of this video. Based on my experience so far, I'm really loving this. It's so easy to set up. Like I said, once you understand what you need to set up and how, I found it to be so easy and so seamless to do. The buttons are very smooth and feels a little bit high quality rather than plasticky, which I like. And the design is very simple. Not too big, but you've got a lot of buttons on a smaller device, which is very nice and compact for your desk. And so for me, I absolutely love the design. I thought that the quality of the device, it's heavy, the buttons are good. I thought that was beyond what I actually expected, and so I'm very impressed by that. It's a budget-friendly one, so if you can't afford to get a Stream Deck or something that's a little bit on the pricier side, this one's more of a budget-friendly option. Not used a Stream Deck before, or any other device like this for that matter, so I can't really compare them for you to give you a better understanding of how it works. But from my pure experience of using this as is, it's been so easy and so seamless to get set up, and I'm loving it so far. So I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial part of this and it was a little bit helpful. Feel free to ask me questions if you do have, and I can always try and make a video for you on that as well, or link you to one that already exists. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you back soon.